Hey, Victoria.
3, 2, 1. How long?
Yeah, then it just sat there. You know what it was doing?
What?
It was saying, coming.
No, I was already here.
No, that's what it was saying.
I know.
Welcome to another exciting episode, Victoria.
I feel it real fun for
let's
all.
share that in the Destiny Project.
On the 26th of July, 2024.
That's right.
And it's your manifesting questions answered live.
Yes. The
Theme? No theme today.
Oh, there is a theme. I just forgot it, though.
No quote.
Full disclosure.
Yes.
All right.
That's
Welcome
fine.
to our special full disclosure show.
Oh, full disclosure.
Full disclosure.
Okay, cool.
Not like when fools rush
Hello,
in.
Frank.
Frank, welcome to the show. Full disclosure today.
Full disclosure.
Full
yes.
disclosure. Full disclosure.
Yes.
That's right. Colby, welcome to the show today. So visit us at freeneville.com, all that stuff. Go to howtofeelitreal.com.
Yes.
Howtofeelitreal.com to sign up for the free emails. Get them, open them up. They'll benefit you if you open them up and use them.
Yeah.
I didn't send one today yet. God, I'm behind schedule.
Well, you don't send one to howtofeelitreal.com. You send it to Neville.com.
Yes, but I sent it from. Yes.
Yes.
And Galaxy, yo. So, went shopping, all that bullshit. And we have special things going on today during the Full Disclosure show.
Full disclosure.
Alex, welcome to the show.
Hello,
All
Alex.
right.
Oh, thank you. Good on ya.
So, Victoria,
Link in that. Yes.
shall we dive in?
Okay.
We don't have a Neville Goddard quote today, guys.
No, I got it.
I tell you what, let's just pull one out of here. Pull one out of here while people are showing up.
Oh.
This will be a gas.
Okay, let's get our quote. So our quote today is...
You can change
Do
the
you
page.
have an image?
Right. She opens the page to the biggest quote in the book.
Do you have an image? Question mark.
Do you?
Name it. Now, are you willing to simply assume that you have it and wait for its objectification? That's it.
All right, that
From
is
the Neville
it.
Goddard Prosperity Path.
That's right. You print it out. We don't.
Yes.
So,
that's
Victoria,
right.
full
Yes.
disclosure.
Yes.
Right? Somebody asked once, like, do you send it to me? And it's like, it'd be like $400 because I'd have to kill a bunch of trees, make them into paper, send them overseas,
Yes.
put them on a kayak. It would take forever. You can download it instantly. You
Put
can print it
on
out
a
if you want to.
kayak. A rowboat.
Yes, I was talking with my friend Wayne about that, but I seem to digress. Tony Doyle, welcome to the show.
Hello, Tony. Haven't seen you in a bit.
hoo-ha. Ready?
Cool.
Let's do it.
The first question. So the first question today is from Anne in Manifesting Mastery. That's manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's Anne with an E.
It is. Neville Goddard on dreams. Well, this will be interesting.
Yes.
Because I had a weird dream last night about the dogs. But anyway, what did Neville Goddard say about dreams that you dream in your sleep? May they help you in your daily imagination, Joseph Goddard's.
Cool. So I hesitate to dive in here because what happens is a lot of people, they take their dreams in ways and use them as signs and all that stuff and put the power outside of themselves. Neville has quite a lot to say about it, and I'm not going to say a damn thing about what Neville said. I do invite you to go to freeneville.com and type the word in dream or look at something like... yeah, well, there's a lot of lectures there. Right, so just give it a peek and first of all, imagine you find what you're looking for. Because Neville said a lot about dreams over the years, but I'm going to tell you my quick thing. Ready? Most people don't know when they're awake or asleep anyway. And so the dreamer in you is God.
Yeah.
And so if you just take a moment and you just notice, look, I really don't know when I'm awake or asleep anyway. Most people don't. We could talk about that sometime. But the one thing that I notice is this. Consciousness is the only reality. Awareness of being is God. All the characters in your dream are you. Right? So whenever you're just willing to notice, what am I giving to myself here? What am I presenting myself with? What's the present, the gift of this dream? And it doesn't, and it's, I once was dating someone many moons ago.
Yes.
I was a much younger guy. I had a mustache. Right?
Probably not as many muscles.
No, yeah, I had the same amount of muscles, but not as much muscle. Right?
But more moustache. Yes.
And she dreamt that I cheated on her.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And you know what she did?
Lo and behold.
She treated me like shit for like 3 months.
Oh.
I sure as shit wanted to after that. She took it as a sign.
Did she actually tell you that's why she's treating you as shit? Or
Oh, yeah,
not?
yeah.
Oh, right.
It's like, why would I dream that? Well, because she ate pizza. Right? Like, I don't know. Right? It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you.
Truth.
Right?
Your truth, not mine.
So punishing me for something you dreamt, and all of the characters in you are you.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on. Right?
Yeah.
And we can do the same thing to ourselves. There's the big thing. On the other hand, if you just accept it as entertainment and enjoyment, you can let it be the energy, the gift that it is to you. Kyle,
Cool.
Welcome to the show.
Well, I like that bit about, yes, dream interpretation. Because last night, I'm not going to tell you about all my dream, don't worry. But one little bit was Bruce. And so I was walking, I don't know, someone had left the gate open after I'd gone for a walk. Anyway, long story short, Bruce comes up. And so I'm walking him home, and all of a sudden he's surrounded by dogs. Bruce is not good around dogs. All of a sudden there's dogs everywhere. I'm thinking, oh my God, in my dream. And then he was such a good boy, and I remember he didn't do a thing with any of you. They all came up close, and I was going, oh, you're such a good boy. So if all the characters in your dream are you, I'm such a good boy.
So what are you revealing to
good.
you? Which is really, really cool. Because if you can just go, ready, go, what am I revealing to me about me? What am I exploring about me for me? And you. So sweet.
Yeah.
Or you could scold Timmy when he comes today and make sure he shuts the gate.
No, someone delivered some kit that you'd ordered.
I ordered a kit today.
Because he loves kits. No, in my dream.
Oh, right. I was going to say, I don't remember ordering
And
a
the
kit
kit was
recently.
sitting at the bottom at the top of the drive. The gate was wide open, and here's Bruce, where I'm free, so scared, and there's Emma, and it's just like, and we've got a really busy road. So anyway, it
right.
was fine in the end.
All right. Now, you could have taken that as a sign.
What sort of sign? Don't buy kits. No? What?
Yeah, by the way, get that? Right? You can make up anything about anything.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to use it for an argument.
Yes.
20, you shouldn't buy kits because of what I dreamed.
Yeah, in case that happens.
That's
yeah.
right. All right.
Okay, cool. So that was for Anne with an E in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right.
Thanks very much for
Stay
listening.
tuned, Dan. We're going to continue to answer your questions. We answer other questions, too.
On full disclosure.
Full disclosure. All right. Next.
Well, this is a biggie next. So the next one is from Brian in manifestingmasterycourse.com. That's
Yes.
Brian with an N.
That's Brian with an I in.
Yes. There are no accidents, ... Right.
That works for me.
All right. And Brian asks, well, you put it there, so I guess it does. Brian asks, I was re-listening to the I Am Pregnant recording today, and I had an insight that there really is no such thing as an accidental pregnancy. There is always a desire involved from someone, even if it is not coming from the main individuals who are creating the pregnancy. I'd like to know your take on this subject. So that was that from Brian, and then
the
Erin's
next one is
responding.
No, Erin's another one. Completely.
And Erin's another one,
Right.
completely
All
nothing
right,
to
ready?
do with Brian.
How to manifestababy.com. Those of you that want something really cool. Now, the first person to purchase that was Tim Norman.
Yes.
Tim has visited me in 2 countries. He slept in my house in the old country. He showed up before sunrise here.
You did.
Right? Not many people are allowed to show up before sunrise at our house.
And then fed him coffee, booted him out. Yes.
Yeah. So, ready?
Yes.
So, Tim, single, not having babies, but as soon as I put it out, buys that. That's a magnificent little course. Just saying, right? Crash commercial over.
Can I just say as well,
Oh, good Lord.
sorry, just for the people that are listening, it's not just to do with making babies.
It has
It's
to do with everything.
Your pregnancy, like what are you giving birth to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Ready? Let's do it. How to manifestababy.com. Thanks, Tony Doyle.
Yes.
Right. You beat Alex, I believe. Wow.
Yeah. Contenders.
All right. So, ready? I'm coming home one day,
Yes.
and I'm in her Toyota, back when she had a Toyota.
Wow. Yeah, it was, yeah.
And I'm sitting at a red light, right? Waiting for the van to come, right? Yeah. Motherfucker Tuesday, something, right? Who knows what song this is, right? Right?
I am the ape man. Yes.
And this tradie van smacks into the rear end of her car, which I'm occupying, right? And I think I just said something like, "Catch you later, darling." Right? And I pull off to the side of the road. He pulls off to the side of the road. I get out, and I instantly become Eddie Murphy. Right? Hey, how's it going? Right?
They've changed the plans. Yeah.
And he gets out of the car. Right? He's like, "I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I'm having one of those shitty days. Everything's going wrong." I said, "Take a deep rest." Right? You all right? Check your parts. Right? Heads and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Right? Yes. Now you got to realize, I get out of the car, I'm probably dressed like I am now, and I'm telling them to do this. Like, this is going to be good fun, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at my car, look at your car, let me get your details, and I'll give you a call. How about that? Right? And I just set him in a very good direction. I said, "I'm not out to get you, pal. Right? Take a deep rest and have a great day." Right? So I called him up about an hour later. We looked at the car. Everything was fine. The bumper was moved like 0.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's like, radio, you have a nice life. See ya. Right? Should have got his number. But I should have kept his number. But I digress. Now, here's the thing. He was imagining having a shit day. Right? I was not imagining getting rear-ended. I imagined being a loving, happy guy. That's what happens there. Now, this is what's really other cool, right? Lady goes to the pool. She's imagining all kind of problems with traffic and so on. And everyone plays their part.
Yes.
Right? I imagine great teaching stories, and everyone plays their part. So back to the question.
Yes.
Somebody's imagining something. You get to play your part. Right? And it doesn't mean you don't have free will. It's just like oftentimes it's just incidental. So somebody's imagining something somewhere about something. And if you make a right instead of a left for some reason, cool. We're always experiencing infinite response. And we're also always leading. But we'll talk more about that in a bit. And what's really cool, all kind of things are happening because all kinds of people are imagining. And at the center of it all, there's only one I am imagining the whole thing up as an adventure. But I continue to digress.
Continue to digress.
That's
yes.
right.
Cool. Excellent.
Jason, welcome.
So
I saw another Jason
just
today.
briefly with that,
yes.
You mentioned in the previous one about, I don't know, someone getting pregnant or something.
Yeah.
And so you were saying, like, with everyone playing their part,
yes.
like even if they hadn't thought about getting pregnant, that they became pregnant or whatever it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, is that then the parents imagining being grandparents and then all of a sudden, the son get...
Yeah, and if by the way, you can accept or reject any blessing. That's what's really cool, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I imagine teaching really cool shit, and all around me, people do dumb shit for me to make up stories about. And I can use that as cool lessons, right? But they're just playing their parts. So whatever's going on, again, around you is an infinite response. And you get to play infinite response too. Right? So this guy, he rear ends me, right? He's been imagining problems hitting people all day, and he does. Right? I'm imagining something else. And then the dance of us begins.
Cool.
So, hope that was clear as mud.
Yes. Very cool. Excellent. So that was for Brian in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Yes.
Thanks very much for your
Seems
question.
like everything physical is in reaction, doesn't it? Then there's a part of you that just sort of wonders about things and wonders into things. That's sort of fun. I call that Mr. Magooing, right? And then there's and then there's another part of you which is predicting. It's prophesying, but more on that some other place.
Good one.
Yeah. Erin, free meals.
Free meals. So the next question is from Erin, and free meals.
Yes, that seems to be what it's about.
Okay. And Erin asks, I don't want to pay for supper tonight at a restaurant. I'm invited to, and that I said yes to And that, I said yes to. I have the money, but I just don't feel like paying. I'd like to eat for free. What kind of identity should one adopt in a short notice? I do not desire to pay for anything tonight or for nobody, and that's my desire.
Cool. So I asked a question or two, and I'm going to re-steer this in a different direction. What are you actually anticipating happening tonight?
Yeah. You could sit at home alone.
No. I mean, you're going out to dinner,
Eating
right?
noodles.
Somebody said, like, "Hey, Perry Culver, let's go out to dinner,"
Yeah.
right? And so, what's Perry expecting? Oh, I got to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 20 never pays, right? Yeah. I'm curious about what you're actually imagining about tonight. You chunked it up a little bit in your life, talking about somebody congratulating you for always being lucky. I enjoy that because I always get great deals. Mm. Right, so it's like my car I got for several $1,000s less than book value. Mm. My previous car, same thing, I got it for about half price. I've flown around the world when tickets should have been like $2,500, $3,000 for like $1,200. I just have fun with this. I'm someone who has a lot of fun.
Top shelf or bottom shelf prices or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what my suggestion here is, if this is an honest-to-God desire and not an argument, and you'll know which it is. A desire is divine in origin. So I just desire to get great deals and have a lot of fun, and I do. On the other hand, if I go, right, that place, that time, that person, that thing, or else, it gets a little weird for me. So I just sort of always go like radio. Like my car is a great example of this. Right, I decided I was bouncing back and forth between Mercedes and BMW again. And you could ask Perry Culver. I've owned 3 Series Bimmers in 2 countries for decades now. And I finally settled on Mercedes. And then I entered the world of pure hell. Pure hell defined as in I go online and I see there's 3,000 different models of Mercedeses. And when I talk to anyone at the pool, they just spout letters and numbers and shit I don't understand.
Letters, yeah.
And I just lose my mind. And then one day I go to the pool, and the first parking space, which I normally would take, didn't feel right. So I drove to the furthest spot in the parking lot, got out, and I'm walking to the pool, talking to her, wearing the glasses. And suddenly, Ashley Win Urias is not in the parking lot, but this car is, right? And it's a magnificent CLK Mercedes. And I go, my God. And I'm talking to her through the glasses, and I'm walking around this car. I'm literally stalking this car. I'm like, radio. And I'm walking into the pool, and I told Victoria before this, I said, look, I need to get a car within 5 Ks of home because I don't like traveling far distances, and it's got to be from someone who I know, love, and trust, or a reputable dealer. And I check, and there's no reputable dealers within 5 Ks of home, and then there are people that I know, love, and trust, but not many. So I go into the pool, and long story short, old Jim comes up to me and says, have you bought your Mercedes yet? I said, no, I'm still looking. Well, my other buddy, who I talk sourdough and balsamic vinegar to, overhears this. And he says to me later, you looking to buy a Merc? I says, yeah. And I said, do you have one? He goes, yeah. I said, you want to sell it? He goes, yeah. And you want to see it? Yeah, it's out in the parking lot. All right, cool. I didn't make that car be mine. But I live from this state of like I'm the weirdest, quirkiest guy on the fucking planet. Look at me, right? And when I decide I'm going to get a car from someone who I know, love, and trust, or a reputable dealer within 5 Ks of home, and it's going to be a great deal. Yeah, here we are. It's lovely. So when we let it be all about us, when you let it be all about you, God, it gets so much fun. And I didn't make it about that car that day, but 77 minutes approximately after I saw the car, we're shaking hands.
And so, yeah, you said, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'll take it. And he goes, do you need to talk to anyone about it? I says, no. So what about Victoria?
No, doesn't need to talk to me.
I don't need to talk to her. Right? I did text her. I said, I got me a car.
Yeah, I know. Because also, I remember being on the phone with you when you were walking from your car.
Right, exactly.
And I think it was even parked next to you or something.
It was like 4 cars down.
Yeah,
cars down.
and you were going, as you're walking to the pool, talking to me, you're going, now I like that one.
I like that one.
Yeah, and it was just phenomenal that was the one you bought.
Bop.
Cool. Excellent.
All right.
All right, Erin. So that's good for free meals?
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for your question.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question is from Asya in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
It's Ozier.
Okay. I'm sorry if I said it wrong.
Ozier.
Hateful comments.
By the way, I make it up as I go along. I have no idea. Yeah, Ozier.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, she's friends with
Hateful
Godard.
comments building business.
Ah,
And Osio says, "Hi, Mr. TT. I have a question. I see so many hateful comments to posts, even the most innocent ones. We advertised tutoring services, and the post was taken over by people hating and arguing. It upsets me more than anything else, and I don't even know what to imagine to change this. It seems impossible to make them all go away. You got any suggestions?"
yes, I do. So I don't know if you have a tutoring service or if you advertise for tutoring services for other people. So I'm just going to approach this in a pretty generic way. So my yes, it's my Ames chair. Every day I check emails and messages and stuff, and I notice people buy my shit, which is really, really nice. You have. And so what I do is I imagine I've got this little experience. My little experience is I imagine happy clients who love what I do, pay what I ask, and refer others who do the same. And it sounds like a mantra, but it's not. Because what happens is I get emails from people like, "She's not like the rest," right? Yeah, I get these emails. People order shit. They say, "Oh my God, hey, my brother-in-law turned me on to you. Told me to buy your course." Yeah, and this is the fun thing for me. Now let's go back to hateful comments. For me, that sounds like a really early bit in the food chain. Sort of like manifesting up a text when you want to manifest up being married. You may or may not get a text. So when somebody tells me, "Yeah, I'm trying to manifest a text where he asked me to marry him," I say, "Oh boy, I wouldn't marry anyone who asks through a text." Right? That does not sound romantic at all.
Yeah.
Right? But if you want to be married, yeah, imagine what would imply that you're married. So if this is building a business or serving your clients well, again, I work with clients who love what I do, Coral, pay what I ask, and refer others who do the same. Right? Nice to talk to you two this morning. Well, plus more. You two plus more.
Yeah.
So, and this whole thing with comments, I mean, gosh, you should see the fucking hate mails I get, right? I mean, like I just swore, someone's going to, call me out on that. I really don't care, right? Someone's going to say, "Neville said this." Yeah, Neville said none of us have free will. Yeah, right, read more, right? Look around. Right? I love when people who are trying to manifest a special person say they don't even exist or really have free will. So let me get this right. You're trying to manifest someone who doesn't exist except in your world not to have free will, and they're hiding from you.
I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. That's called nutty in my book.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if I imagine I'm a happy living husband, and I just imagine her happy, which is natural. If I'm doing great in business and my clients are happy, just like being married, being happy, she's happy. Boy, you should see what she's doing for lunch, but I digress.
Yes. Cool. Excellent.
So, Ozier, stay tuned.
Excellent. Thank you.
We're going to keep answering your question and everyone else's as we continue.
Okay.
By the way, one more thing. Ready?
Yep. Manifesting
Mastery Course Week 1. You're on 38 or something like that. And I'll just start way at the top again. Meanings. We are meaning-making machines. And when we settle for the meanings that we make, life becomes mechanistic. So being a meaning-making machine, as soon as you go, "Oh my God, all these people are putting all these comments up, all this stuff."
What are you making it mean?
What are you making it mean? Oh, I'm going to go to business, live under a bridge. I'm going to have to run a tutoring business from under a bridge. Nobody's going to come. I mean, come park it next to the George Washington Bridge. That's where our tutoring business is. And we just slam down into weirdness because we take an energy, we make it into an emotion, turn that into a story, and the meaning just crash lands you. But magictothemax.com is useful on that.
Magictothemax.com.
Okay. In other words, keepingvictoriabusy.com.
Yes, very.
Oh, no.
Okay, thank you, Erin, for your question. Okay, the next question. Well, I haven't heard from Jake for a while. The next question is from Jake in Dream Driven Day. Do you have a favourite definition of wealth?
I should have frozen that differently. So Jake asked...
Frozen it?
Yeah, Jake asked this in the Make Mistakes, Make Money group. So
right.
We'll just retitle that for when you do that. So Jake
and
Mistake
he's
that makes
just
money.
saying, actually, what is your definition of wealth?
About 10 days ago, Jake put up a post asking what my favorite definition of wealth is, and I keep answering it.
Oh, that's like that girl, whoever it was.
Yeah, we did one of those.
That every week asked the same question on the
Was that
show.
Linda? I wish I can't
No, I
remember.
don't
Who
think
the
so.
hell was that? It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun because each week he came up with a different answer.
Yes. So wealth to me is different than money. Money is speed. Okay, as far as I can tell, people they add meanings to money that just are fascinating to me. But as far as I can tell, money is speed. Let's move up a little bit because that sun's really coming
It's
in.
really, yeah, I'm not sure if the camera's fuzzy. It needs a clean as well.
It's called the light's going into the camera.
Yeah.
So what is wealth? Right. So today, I got to go shopping. I didn't have a lot of shopping to do, but I still went shopping. So I didn't get lost in my head determining, should I just go on Sunday? Should she just have to defrost some damn chicken? Whatever. Yeah. I didn't have much to buy. This is probably the least amount. I actually went through the express lane. So wealth to me today was going shopping, even though I didn't have to, going through the express lane, not having to get money out, which I love getting money out, but they didn't have any. So I said, don't worry about it. I'll get some money Sunday.
Yes.
Right? And wealth to me just involved me having a lovely little casual shop, talking with our friend Bronwyn and the meat guy and picking up some whiskey. And it was ease. So if money is speed, today wealth is ease. And we'll explore this some other way, some other time.
That's nice, actually. I really like that. Wealth is ease.
Yeah. I see. So with money, we have speed. And we have freedom of time and location, all of that bullshit.
Sorry, I was going to drag you over a little bit. Yes.
So with ease, she can invite ease into her day as she plays with the pork and does the show edits.
No, you've just told them what we're having.
Yes. but she can invite ease. God,
I really like that, actually. That's going to be my strawberry bit if I remember.
All right.
Cool.
My strawberry bit is you forgetting to remember. But
Forgetting to remember.
all right. Shall we continue?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Jake, for your question. The next question's from Corinne on Facebook. Back to basics.
Might be corn.
And Corinne asks, how do you overcome disappointment and persevere when you don't see results? By the way, I love when Neville says the word persevere. His accent makes it such a cool word.
You're saying it wrong. It's persevere.
It's persevere.
Persevere.
Also, do I just imagine what I want only, or can I ask for a path? Like what to do, like inspired action? Or do I need to do nothing at all? God, I have so many questions.
All right, Corn, I've got two suggestions. One, do not wait, do manifestingmasterycourse.com. I'm going to nail this really, really quick for you. Ready? Hold it up so I can see it, please. How do you overcome disappointment and persevere when you don't see results, right? The physical world is an echo. It is always an echo. Always. My eyes are 4 inches apart. My ears may be 6. From tippity top to tippity bottom, I'm about 6 foot tall. I can barely see anything. I can't see through the walls. I can see very little of the electromagnetic spectrum, and human hearing sucks. Right? Dogs can hear much higher, woodpeckers much lower. Right? And
Yes.
And so whenever you look at all this, I can pick up on almost nothing that's going on in the physical universe. I talked to Kyle today. I didn't even know where in the world he was. Coral found herself in Maine.
Yeah.
Right? How is this even possible that these things happen that I don't know about?
Yeah.
But I imagine all kind of cool shit, right? So let me see the question again. How do I overcome disappointment? Requires adequate planning and persevere when I don't see results. It feels severe, doesn't it? I mean, with my severely limited senses.
It's funny, isn't it? Because persevere is very like preserve.
Yeah,
And when you preserve something, it's like you're putting salt on it. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know
The
what I
whole
mean?
Lot's
Like
wife thing.
Keeping it, yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
But-
Since I'm not seeing any changes, therefore nothing is changing. Now, I haven't seen Joe Biden any time in my entire life. I suggest he probably still exists. I had a fella at the gym the other day, special fella, and he said something like something about Joe Biden, and I said something, and he was all wound up that I saw him. Right? Well, I just made a picture of it. Right? But it doesn't mean he does or doesn't exist. Our physical senses are nuts. Let me continue. Okay. By the way, I love when Neville says persevere. Right? I like the way I say it better. Right? Also, do I just imagine what I want, or can I ask for a path?
Yeah, don't go down that route.
Right? This is so cool. Ready? Yes. My one, I don't know, former friend, old buddy, introduced the whole thing of inspired action, right? So you imagine up something, and then you wait, and you take inspired action, right? Neville says all that you do and all that befalls you comes from your state, right? Everything. Everything. All that you do and all that befalls you comes from your state. Now, here's the problem with inspired action, right? So if I'm willing to persevere until and by the way, I'm not making fun of you. Right, I'm just poking fun at all this stuff. If I persevere until I feel it's time to take inspired action, then I have to decide, is that inspired action or not inspired action, right? I don't feel comfortable doing it, so it's probably not inspired action, right? And then you get lost in the 60s again. Yeah. Versus all that you do, all that befalls you, all of it. Everything is an infinite response to your imaginal experience, right? Everything. So... let's see, is there more there? Inspired action. Do I need to do nothing at all? Neville says you can do nothing. But he doesn't say it the way most of the New Age fluff bunnies do. Neville says you can do nothing to aid in the realization. He doesn't say you don't play your part. Numerous examples where he played his part. He went and bought tickets, gave them to his brothers, called somebody out. The con man thing. I just love that story. But you can do nothing to make it happen. But you will play your part. So will everyone else. So,
I think this actually, I think I don't know what you mentioned to Corin initially, but this identity-based manifesting, because when you're in state, you know what I mean? You assume the identity of, it's like then,
Cool. So here's 2 crass commercials. One, manifestingmasterycourse.com. If you haven't done that, do it. If you have done it, do it again. Start at the top. This whole thing with meanings will bring heaps to you. The second thing, identitybasedmanifesting.com. Personally, I think that's probably one of the best things that I've ever done in my entire life. 58 years, a lot of time put in playing with shit, right? Yeah. Now, here's the cool thing. Your identity leads your activity. Right, your activity determines all kind of other things in your life. But when people try to manifest changes in things, or they try to just change their activities, it's just nuts. On the other hand, you change who you are, you change what you do, and what everyone else does. So that's the 30-second version of that. I have no idea how big that course is. Let's make up a number. It's like 2 hours big. Right? 30 seconds, 2 hours big. IdentityBasedManifesting.com. Yeah. It's massive. That, with ManifestingMasteryCourse.com, will give heaps to you. Let us continue.
Okay. And thank you, Corinne, for your question.
Corn.
He calls you Corn, I call you Corinne.
That's
okay. Right. Well, there's a lot, babe. Okay. Excuse me. The next question's from Kyle in Manifesting Mastery. Addicted to crap ×2.
I love this, Kyle. This is great.
Okay, and Kyle asks, understanding the feelings, thoughts, and how you know you nailed revision when your monkey mind and body, addicted to crap, wants to keep pulling you back to what happened. And how to better control those thoughts and feelings after your mind, body is addicted to the negative feeling after the event.
All right, so this is really good. Kyle and I had a quick chat on the phone, so I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction here. We did a little recording called Magic to the Max. Get that. I think that's the one.
Is that just at NevilleGoddardStore.com?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, Magic to the Max at NevilleGoddardStore.com. So, I'm not 100% sure that's the right one.
Might not be, but anyway,
yes. it's a great thing. So here's the cool thing, ready? There's this thing called energy, and when you try to slow it down, it becomes an emotion. And when the energy becomes an emotion, suddenly you have stories about it, and it's just nuts. And as human beings, this is what we do. And energy shows up, energy that's to be used as a response. And we try to slow it down. And then it becomes an emotional experience that leads to some stories. And then we can't let go of the stories because this crazy loop that shows up has us addicted to all that cortisol. Versus when the energy shows up, magic to the max. Link to magic to the max. Thanks,
I know,
Alex.
wonderbar, Alex. Oh, magnificent.
Wonderbar.
Wonderbar, yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't explain what we did in that whole thing. I gave you a little bit when we were talking on the phone. But there's just, here's the thing. Some people are teaching, what's yours? Energy. No, it ain't. Energy is something you experience. Consciousness is the only reality. Awareness of being is God. And what happens is when energy shows up for you to use as a response to something, if you slow it down at least a tiny little bit, if you add one word to the energy, suddenly you got an emotion. And with that emotion, suddenly you got a story. And with a story, you enter into a 2-hour-long Jason Bourne thing. As much as I love Jason. So that's what I got there. Bitte.
Has he got Guten Tag? No?
Bitte.
Oh, okay.
Bitte.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Excellent. So that's good for Kyle.
Yeah, that's it for Kyle. So Kyle just, yep.
Oh,
that's
good.
where it begins right there.
Ace.
Right? Get that recording. Oh.
Cool.
All right.
Excellent. Alex keeps throwing up German words. I'm trying to read them.
That's because he's German.
I know. That's why I said wunderbar. All right. Thank you very much, Kyle, for your question. The next question's from Nick in manifestingmasterycourse.com. Manifesting sales and business. So Nick asks, I would love it if you would make a podcast about this for me. That is, by the way, also an imagining coming true. For honestly, I don't really know how to go about it. I come to realise that I don't imagine very much about sales. I think in terms of ordinary sales, training, and then nothing happens. When it works, I usually imagine making a deal, like someone calling me and they're happy to talk to me and love my product. I need a new approach. Work from a new identity of guide that helps people get beauty and serenity in their life in a quality that I can leave as a legacy. That's it. I started to make everyday things that remind people of the beauty of nature, the beauty in us. A lamp that creates an oasis of light that makes people gather and get closer to each other. Looking very much forward to your guidance, Nick.
All right, Nick, this is awesome. Ready?
Yeah.
So I love how you present this, and it'll invite you to drift away a little bit. So we're going to bring you down to a really quick experience that we've already talked about. I have this experience of clients who love what I do, pay what I ask, and refer others who do the same. And it's such a simple little thing. Right, so if I imagine somebody buying my shit, yay, they bought some shit. Hope they don't get a refund. And hope they don't do a chargeback.
Yeah.
I hope mommy doesn't beat the shit out of them. Oh, you shouldn't have spent $7. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. On the other hand, I'm imagining the experience of people who love what I do, pay what I ask, and refer others who do the same.
Yeah, because it's almost that big. Because when it works,
so close.
I usually imagine making a deal like someone calling me and they're happy to talk to me. But yours takes it even further because often it's like sitting in your Eames chair as well, hearing.
Yeah, I can feel my ass. I can see the traffic or hear the traffic. Alex, let me ask you a question. No, keep going with the German. Love it. Right. How many of our things have you done or bought?
Alex or Nick?
No, I'm talking to Alex. Right?
Oh, sorry, because I was thinking Nick asked the question. Yeah, Alex, sorry.
Yeah. So I can guarantee I know Alex's answer.
Yeah.
Not because I looked it up, but because I know Alex. Yeah. Yeah. Alex, like Beth, like a lot of the cool kids here, have done more than one thing with us. Bought more than one product. Why? Why would you possibly? Is your life that screwed up? By the way, that's how some people do it. Well, if this guy really knew something, I could buy a $7 product and my whole life would be perfect. I invite
How many
people.
products I've bought? Yes, that's what he asked.
Yeah. How many courses have you taken? Right? Yeah. And it's fun because I'm not here to offer solutions to problems. I'm here to help you entertain more possibilities. Because if you engage more possibilities in the playground of possibilities, suddenly you're going to discover that you're no longer in orbit around problems. And when you're no longer about problems, people go, like Alex, he goes, oh, fuck, you're doing a new course? Cool, I went in. Right? I went in because it'll be fun. Right? Instead of going, I wonder what problems this course will solve. Will this one finally take away all my problem? Right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just about dancing more, exploring who you are and how this works more and more. Yeah, and it's just so much fun when you allow yourself to do that, because this is how it works. Somebody buys your stuff, then they go home, and then other people buy their stuff because you told them to, or they go, you know what? I'm going to buy all my Christmas gifts from you. Right? This hat. Is this a Stanton hat? It is.
Yeah, I did that, didn't I, a few years back?
Yeah. So Victoria did this whole process on herself. She decided everybody gets hats for Christmas.
I did.
Right?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, she had more fun than they did.
I did. Picking out the best hat for that person. Crumbs, I think I had to buy about 20 hats.
Yeah. Like, are you sure about this? She goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right,
it's going to
cool.
be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Michael King, love you.
Yeah.
So, and that's what's really fun about this, because I love making sales. I love spending your money. I really do. Right? Yeah, on the other hand, I love when your investments pay off. How do I know your investments are paying off? Yeah, you love me. You love what I do. You pay what I ask, and you refer others who do the same, including yourself. Come on back now. So that's where I'd play Nick. I notice we're expanding on earlier questions.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks loads, Nick. Right. And the last question today is from the remarkable Lisa Anna Rock.
That is the rightness.
Who's already said she won't be able to make it today, but
That's
she
right.
will be tonight, but she will be watching.
Beth's done one or two
later.
courses with us.
Respect, timing and beauty.
She's not like that.
And remarkable Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria. In your money prayer live call recording, there is the following gorgeous quote. Prayer is not so much what you ask for as how you prepare for its reception. Yeah, I remember that. I love that.
Yes.
Tony Mack and Coral spoke of respect for actual money, which is really respect for themselves. Also, preparation includes spending and investing what comes freely. I've heard it said the secret to comedy is timing. And beauty has to figure in here somewhere. For wars have been fought and fortunes leveraged in its pursuit. It seems respect, timing and beauty are intricately interwoven with money. Please share your insight. And then she's got P.S. The money prayer recording is not to be missed.
Go get it. NevilleGoddardStore.com.
Yes.
Rock of Ages is stuck in my head now. Love that. I'm a rascal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Uber, Ibla, Abla, Oben. Yeah.
Who said that?
Me.
Oh, no, but... okay, fine.
All right.
All right.
You know, I really love questions like this. So scroll down to the end. Respect, timing, and beauty are intricately interwoven with money.
Yeah.
Money is speed.
Yeah, right.
As far as I can tell, that's all it is. And it gets faster. Back when I was a kid, I'd go around the old neighborhoods and I'd cut grass or pull weeds for money. Right? And then I taught martial arts for money, and I had jobs for money. And they always said cash is king. And cash is cool. But you know, with this whole electronic cash thing, you guys from around the world pay us in ones and zeros for our ones and zeros. In other words, the money moves around in the forms of ones and zeros. The data that you purchase from us moves around in ones and zeros. And this whole thing like called Skype, I don't use Skype anymore. I use Zoom. Zoom, we pay for that with ones and zeros, and it's just ones and zeros all over the place. And it's something that is so beautiful to me because all of this, let me see the thing again. Respect, timing, and beauty.
So what I'm just going to point out, what I love is, because you just said money is speed.
Yes.
And then to Jake's question, wealth is ease.
Yes.
And I could see that with respect, timing and beauty, that there's an ease with that.
Yes.
Like those. So, yeah, I love how these two questions have sort of come together.
Respect, timing, and beauty. Ready? The tango. There's lovely timing in the tango. The speed slows up, speeds up, comes down. It's just lovely. Respect, timing, and beauty. God, there was this fellow way back in the old country, George, and George was an old fella, and George danced with every woman in the Slovak club. I know to some of y'all that don't mean much, but on a typical band night or DJ night, George danced all night long.
Oh, gorgeous.
And he was just a lovely dancer, and he treated every woman with respect, timing, and beauty. He didn't force anyone up. He didn't make them stay longer. He respected their beauty and himself, and it was just lovely to hang with the guy. Right? Now, what if all of your life you allowed yourself to, what are the three words?
Respect, timing, and beauty.
If you chose to never beat yourself up, what are you? From what I can tell, what we are is love. We're the power, the wisdom, the love of God. What we are at the core of it all is love. And if you allowed yourself to experience
respect, timing, and beauty.
Right? In other words, when you try to speed things up, when you think things are going too slow, when you beat yourself up for anything because you're not respecting yourself, the timing, the beauty that you are, you've just denied your divinity. From what I can tell, you are the dance of divinity and humanity all at once, all the time. And if you allow yourself to appreciate that, the value of all that you do, and all that you do appreciates. So, unasked, do we have to look into the origins of problems for manifestation or any reason? I am so not into problems. If you listen back in the earlier parts of the show, some of the things that I've suggested there, you came here to play in the playground of possibility. And I understand I got into this to solve some problems.
Yeah.
But if you allow yourself to become problem-oriented, it's sort of like going to the playground and then getting stuck on looking at all the weeds. You miss out on all the people, all the rides, all the possibilities. On the other hand, the playground of possibilities is where we play with everything. Crass commercial for everything, everyone. Join Remarkable.com. It's our ongoing immersion. It is fabulous. You get $1,000 worth of goodies just for being a member. Join Remarkable.com. One word. One of the things which frustrates some people when they join it is that we're not focused on problems. And as soon as they get it, this is a playground for possibility. Planet Earth, your life, your day is a playground for possibility. On the other hand, most people wake up, these are the 47 freaking problems that I have to solve, and they're her fault. Why are they her fault? Because she's the closest human being to me. Right? It can't be my fault. I see her all the time, so since there's problems every day, they're going to be hers. Right? On the other hand, join Remarkable.com. All right. We actually snuck a commercial in a Remarkable.
You did. Excellent.
Anything else?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
So what's the difference? Let's ask her. We're going to play another exciting game of Ask the Gardener. Right?
The gardener.
Actually, she's garden girl. Timmy is the gardener. That's questionable, by the way.
Yeah, yes.
Right. So what's the difference, garden girl, between a weed and a flower? Bum, 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 bum.
There is no difference except what's in my head. That one goes, that one stays.
Yeah. So I just shared with her a story about a fella who purchased a purple or a pink Queen Anne's lace.
Oh, yeah, Queen Anne's lace.
And it was his prized possession in the garden. He purchased it, planted it, it grew, and along came his neighbor who sees Queen Anne's lace, otherwise known as wild carrot, as a weed, and pluck it goes. Pluck, it's fucked, right? Pluck and fuck, right?
Yes.
And this thing with beauty, right? He looks at it and sees extreme beauty. Wow, all of life is like this. On the other hand, you can look at money. I'd like to make money, but I have to pay more taxes. I'd have more paperwork. Some other things, poor people would want it. People would steal it, right? When we can allow this playground of possibilities to exist and accept the beauty of all of it, right? The beauty that I choose, entrepreneur. That fits my neurology. When you allow yourself to accept the beauty that you came here to express and explore, instead of arguing against it, you get to experience speed. All right. Seeming side note. Thanks for playing Ask Garden Girl.
That's all right. I don't know. Oh, you asked me about the difference between a plant and a weed, yes.
That's right.
Or flower and a weed.
A flower and a weed.
Okay, so thank you very much, Remarkable Lisa. And what we want to know is tell us what was your hashtag strawberry beds.
That's right.
And I like that money is ease. Wealth is ease, because wealth obviously is not just money. It's just, but when everything's easy, when there's ease, it inspires. There's wealth, and love that question as well. From it just really feels to me in a similar vein from Lisa about respect, timing, and beauty.
Yes,
which she's saying is to do with money, but. Yeah, I love what you're bringing up, just respect, timing and beauty, like when you interweave those.
The tango. You
can't help but.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. Yeah. What was yours, babe?
I don't know.
Okay, so thank you for joining.
So what did we call the show?
Full Disclosure.
Full Disclosure.
Yes.
I didn't know that was the name of the show until right before. One of our lovelies put up a post that said Full Disclosure.
Yes.
And I thought, oh my God, how cool is that? Because at the end of the day,
yes,
it really does come down to the full disclosure of you. Right? The full disclosure of you is you're the dance between your humanity and your divinity. Right? Full disclosure of you, right?
Yes.
Is awareness of being is God. Consciousness is the only reality. You are not energy. Don't do battle with your emotions or the stories that show up after those. We get to play someplace a lot faster where it's magical. And that's what I got.
Good one.
All right.
Okay.
Have a lovely day, everyone.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week.
That's right. So we just did a 56-minute show.
I know, it was a long one.
Beautiful. Standing the whole time.
Have fun, Beth, Elizabeth, and Coral.
That's right. And the crew.
Yeah.
Oh, you're here. Satori Fireglass.
Satori Fireglass?
Yeah.
Oh, the
that
tree?
One. Yeah. Go get it real quick.
Oh, you've got to see. I love it.
Run. My name is Mr. 2020. And while I sit here and just ramble while Victoria gets this, how many years ago did you send this to us? It's Neville Goddard's tree. It's also our tree. It's the symbol that we've got in the garden.
It's just beautiful, this.
All right. Watch this. This is so good, Wanda.
It's just gorgeous. So this is Neville's tree.
And our tree, too.
Yes. In a heart. And on the
there back. There you go, Stephanie. Yeah.
She even wrote to Mr. 2020. It's back to front for you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. So, thank you very much, Satori. It takes pride of joy, a pride of place. We've got a little trinket printer's block thing. I don't know what you call them there, where I have lots of little
lovely bits.
Trinkets, and so this sits there. Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah, see ya.